Hey, God creatures. So last night, my daughter and I, with my son, so we tried to read the Bible every night. We're not faithfully like doing it every night, but I would say out of the 7 days, we'll do it 5 or 6 days out of the 7 days. So after they read the Bible, first after they read the Bible, we'll just pray. But now I want them to let me know if they understand. So after we read a chapter, they have to tell me what they understand and how they can apply it to real life scenario. So last night was Genesis chapter 50, the last verse in Genesis, and Jacob died. When Jacob died, which is Joseph's father, the crazy thing is they reading it, but I'm learning a lot because I just started reading the Bible too with it. So I make them read it, and then I read it on my own. So when they go to bed. So in 50, which is the last chapter of Genesis, Jacob died, which is Joseph's father, and then Joseph asked the king for permission because he promised his dad when his dad was about to die. His dad said, "You need to take my body somewhere else in Canaan to bury my body." And Joseph promised that he will do that. So after Jacob died, he went to the king to ask for permission for the king to let him go to bury his father because he promised his father. So my daughter, that's the part when she will rehab and my son will rehab. So I asked her, "What did you get from there?" That's what she mentioned. So I said, "Okay." And she stressed on the promise. And then she was looking at me. So I said, "Okay, so how can you apply it to real life?" She said, "Well, you see how Joseph kept his promise when he told his dad he was going to bury his dad, Jacob, and he asked the king, and the king said yes." And I said, "Yeah." So I said, what did you take from there?" She said, "Whenever we make promises, we got to keep it. And if we cannot keep that promise, we shouldn't make promises." So I said, "Good job, baby. You understand it way better than I thought." And she said, "Mm-hmm." Like just like that, she looked at me, "Mm-hmm." So I'm like, "Wow, why are you looking at me like that?" She said, "Well, someone needs to keep their promises when they keep their promises." And I knew right away it backfired on me. So I said, "What are you talking about?" I'm trying to act like I don't know. I was like, "What are you talking about? You telling me I don't keep my promises?" She said, "Mama, every time you promise us, you better keep it." And I'm like, "Ready? Not every time, but sometimes I will agree with that." She said, "Yeah, true. Sometimes, but most of the time, you don't keep your promises." And I'm like, "I promise that every time I promise, I will keep it. And if I can't keep it, I'm not going to promise you guys." But most of the time, when she's asking stuff, it involves a lot of money. And she always asking me when I'm busy. So I will say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I will do it. Yes, yes, yes." So I just want her to like, stop asking over and over. So I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 I will do it." And then when the time comes, I realize it costs a lot of money. So I'm like, "I can't do it right now, baby." And it irritates her. And she expressed it last night. Sorry, I have to go somewhere. That's why I changed my scenario. But yeah, that and that I appreciated that. That's why it's good to read the Bible too and follow the Bible with your kids and apologize when you are wrong. So I apologized to her, and now I know I cannot just be saying stuff because I just want her to leave me alone because they're learning from it. They don't do what you said. They see actions. Okay? So I apologize to her, and I'm gonna be mindful on what I promise, so I can stick to my promise. And if I can't do it, I will tell her I cannot do it, because we gotta set an example for them.